Hey Aquarius, welcome to your love and romance reading for July the 12th into the 18th. We are currently under the constellation Sobek in Kemetic astrology, also known as Cancer otherwise. And this is a really good time for you, Aquarius, to do a ritual for protection of your family, of your home, of your body, mind, spirit, and soul. Sobek is the crocodile god of protection over one's family, all right? And over oneself in all the areas that I stated before. So this is a good time to meditate, to relax, to release any negativity that's around you that could be causing you any type of grief, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, all right? So let's go ahead and hop into things, Aquarius. All right, so this is your love and romance reading. And this is for anybody who's in a romantic relationship, a serious relationship, a marriage, a situationship, a relationship, what have you. All right. I am seeing your person come in here. And I'm also seeing your energy here, Aquarius. You're receiving messages. You'll receive messages this particular week. And you're going to learn a lot. These messages are going to bring quite a bit of clarity in a way that brings forth awareness in a way that you're learning this person quite well. You're seeing them for who they are. You're seeing them in a way that's very clear, all right? And it's almost like these messages, this information that you receive from this person gives you some sort of leverage or advantage in this particular situation. These messages that are coming in are for some sort of I feel like some of you guys are dealing with a person who is wanting to come in and wanting to have some sort of counseling, wanting to have some sort of resolve, wanting to have some sort of intervention. I feel like many of you guys do have a family with this person. There's lots of love. There have been shared very, very happy moments shared together. All right. But I feel like at this point, you are feeling like you want to walk away from the situation if you haven't already walked away from the situation. Now, I don't believe that this is a permanent walking away. I feel like this is more or less you taking a break, you walking away from a certain situation in order to gain more clarity, to help someone to see how they've maybe possibly wronged you, in order to just give things a break. Okay, there's a need for an emotional break here. All right, so I am seeing that your person is, they don't feel like they have very much control over this particular situation here. They just, they do feel this desire to want to romance you, to be with you, to make things right with you, Aquarius. They're wanting to move things forward very quickly, actually. And that would be to be able to get into your presence, to be able to get into your space, to be able to be with you would very much so make them feel like there is this sense of wish fulfillment beyond, anything that they desire right now. Okay. And so they have this desire to be with you. However, they don't feel like the decision is very much so in their hands, but more so in your hands. This is what this is leading me to believe, seeing these cards here, is that there's this lack of having control. This person doesn't have much control over their desire, their sensations, when it comes to wanting to be with you. And yeah, this person is jealous. They do have the card of jealousy and envy towards you here, which I feel is creating a lot of problems in your relationship and making you feel as though you want to separate. Okay. And so when this person comes through, the energy that they have towards you, they are making a love offer. They want a love offer that's accepted. They're coming in very strong, very passionate, but also kind of grumpy in a way. Like they want to make you feel responsible to some degree for something it is that they feel like you've done wrong. And but they also want to heal the situation. Okay. It's either that they're coming in for a resolve around this loss of love that's in the relationship, this nagging, this blaming, this emotional chaos. All right. And they're wanting to heal and bring balance back to the situation. It definitely is showing a love offer that they want to be accepted, and they're even putting counseling and working on forgiveness on the plate. So somebody definitely wants to be one with you, Aquarius, most certainly. And it feels like in the future, so more towards like the end of the week or the beginning of that following week. So we're talking July the 12th to the 19th. And so moving into like the 20th or the 21st or right around that very end of the week, it feels like you're kind of analyzing things here. I'm seeing you look at the situation as a very broken situation. So something serious must have taken place. And someone is wanting to come through again with a resolution, resolve to fix problems, to heal a certain situation. I do see children for a lot of you guys that are surrounding this situation. I do feel like there is someone that is wanting to give you something, a gift. There could be financial support here, but they're wanting to create change, much change. And I feel like that's certainly something that could be possible. Okay. I feel like there is some form of clarity that does come in about the change and coming to some sort of conclusion on whether or not you'll accept or not. I do feel like, there about midweek you'll be thinking about, there'll be this desire within that where you kind of do want to like just go ahead and accept things, but you don't. Okay, so there's this desire to push things forward and work with someone, and maybe in the past you guys have had some counseling or someone else that was giving you guys advice. It could be family members or friends, but either you kind of took a step back on things or stopped going to counseling, and it could have been due to a move or a relocation somewhere else, right? So I am seeing that there's this major desire for change here, but I feel like you're delaying it, Aquarius. I feel like you don't feel like this other person has learned their lesson enough to be able to quite make a decision yet. I feel like you don't feel that this person is working enough and working hard enough when it comes to change. And I also feel like the relationship needs more work before a final decision is made, before you actually put all of your eggs in one basket. I think that you need more reassurance that that things are going to actually move in a direction that's progressive. Okay, and so I see you kind of juggling your options a little bit, and you kind of being a little bit confused about what direction to go. I feel like in many ways you're confused because you just don't feel like this person is putting in enough effort. It could be you that's not putting in the effort, Aquarius, but I feel like you're wanting this person to put more effort and energy into a certain area here. And it's like, okay, well, I want to work with you. I want to, I want to give this energy, this energy or this relationship an opportunity here. But I'm just not really for sure whether or not I should just hop into things. And you're really being patient with this situation. You're not rushing yourself to make a decision. I'm going to go ahead and clarify a couple more cards here. All right, so Spirit, clarify what is Aquarius seeing here? Where is there a lack of work? Where is there a lack of effort that's taking place here? Because it feels like you feel as though, it's something about the emotions. Someone is emotionally childish, you feel. I got a lot of cards popping out. Okay. So it has to do with like patience, emotional maturity. Being more patient and more loving and compassionate, and being more loving in a way that is more serious, right? Yeah, you definitely feel like that's the issue. And it's also something here about, like, it's almost like when you see the change, and when you feel like things are fair, when you feel like people are being truthful and honest, but you don't feel like that's happened yet, okay? You think that someone's kind of working towards it, but that hasn't quite happened yet. And so it's kind of like when you see this change, when you see this balance, and when you feel like your heart has healed for any injustices that they've done to you, right? Then that's when you guys can come back into as a union. But until then, you're not quick to make no decisions with this one, Aquarius. Okay? And another thing is this, I feel like, because there is a card under the deck, it says physical assault. I feel like this person, they be quick to go off. Like, maybe this person they get really emotional, they get really upset, and they be quick to put hands on, or they want to threaten you, or become physical in some type of way. And so you're feeling like, I'm going to walk away from this one until you get it together for now. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look at some spiritual clarity here, some spiritual guidance. Okay. So it says, the spiritual guidance here, and this could be related to various people. Some people might relate to their situation, might relate to one of the cards, while another person's might relate to another. Okay. So take what relates and then discard what doesn't. So the first spiritual guidance card says, fiery balance, embrace intense forces, offset turmoil, and stabilize with calm resolve. Okay, so like I said, lots of intense energy that could be leading up to a lot of chaotic energy. I feel like you definitely got to be patient with this person. You really got to be chill with this person, because this person tends to get a little hyped up and emotional. Consumed, extinguish doubt by having open communication. So it feels like to me like this person might be a little bit more open than you, Aquarius, and it may not be so much that you're not open, but maybe you don't feel comfortable with being 100% open with somebody that could be a little bit dramatic. That's the energy that I'm getting from this person, is that they're dramatic because they're moving really quick. They're very hasty to like make a love offer, and like they're kind of like impatient to a certain degree. And so you may be feeling consumed to a certain degree, but just more open communication about how you feel, and is going to bring about, I think, the clarity that they're needing from you. The last card is saying, it says playful innocence, embrace a childish spirit where baby steps lead to joy, not seriousness. All right. So this relationship needs more playfulness and not so much seriousness around it. All right. So you have two cards here from the Black Moon Lilith deck. And the first one is Black Moon Lilith in Leo. Allow your light to shine. And the second one is Black Moon Lilith in Aries. Lead your life. I'm going to go ahead and start with the second card to read here. Typically, people get only one card, but you got two cards here today, Aquarius. All right, so the first one, lead your life. When this card appears, the universe is calling for you to embrace your desires, set boundaries, and say no. You may feel the need to take on the world by yourself, rejecting support from others for fear of appearing weak. This can leave you feeling depleted. The lesson here is that you can both lead others and rely on them for support. The first step is to change your belief around independence. Aries is a masculine first sign of the zodiac, ruling over the self, identity, and personality. Symbolized by the ram, it's an energetic fire sign that prefers to blaze its own trail. When Black Moon Lilith is here, you can feel forced into the role of having to do everything on your own, on your desire and natural tendency towards independence can trigger others. Okay, that could be the issue there. The mother may have had to lean heavily on their masculine energy to support the family. So this is speaking in reference to as being a child, your mother. Okay, so singer Billie Holiday was a natal Black Moon Lilith in Aries with a teen single mother and an absent father. This can be an inherited pattern of self-reliance and fear of support from others that can leave you feeling unfulfilled. The dark divine feminine shadow work for you. Accepting support is healthy and will help lift energetic burdens. Once you accept support, the universe will manifest more people who want to support you. You are opening your divine feminine container to receive abundance. So I feel like that could be a yes. Maybe you need to go ahead and just do the counseling. It'll probably be good for both of you, I'm sure. So I would accept that. That doesn't mean that you need to accept the love offer, but the counseling part, especially if you guys have been together for quite some time, would be a positive thing for the both of you. So the dark divine masculine shadow work. You secretly admire and gravitate toward independent energy. This creates intense inner tension with your own masculinity. The key is to learn to lean in to your leadership while accepting and integrating other opinions. Allow divine masculinity to shine while also giving space for others' desires. So this is your affirmation for the week. Release the shame around who you are. It's time to embrace the fire that burns within you, Aquarius. So your second card, Black Moon Lilith in Leo. So I just read this one also for Gemini. So it says, allow your light to shine, express your authentic light, and release the need for others' approvals. The opportunity to share your gifts with the world is here. The question is, are you ready for this moment? Self-sabotage can come up, smothering this fiery self-expression. This oracle card is asking for you to deflect the judgment you may receive from others. Power struggles around your spotlight can also come up. Okay, so that could be an issue with your partner having like a little bit of jealousy towards you and you being in the spotlight. I feel like this could kind of show up in maybe even your career sector, like there being some jealousy towards your career. The zodiac sign Leo represents the child, symbolized by the royal lion and ruled by the bright and energetic sun. When Black Moon Lilith is in Leo, your self-expression and identity are powerful, but you can experience backlash or jealousy from others. On top of this, you also may have had to take on roles of an adult as a child. Healing your inner child is powerful for this Lilith placement. Marilyn Monroe, a Black Moon Lilith rising in Leo, was a child bride married at the age of 16 before she was discovered. Allow yourself to release the judgment of others and identify your creative truth. Indulge yourself in hobbies or creative endeavors that fuel your fire. The way to heal this shadow of self-suppression is to release the need for external validation from others. The belief in yourself is all the magic that you need. So the dark divine feminine shadow work for you. You are a divine goddess of creation. It's time to honor your gifts and allow the world to see all that you have to offer. If you have been working on a creative idea, now is the time to have courage and show it. Dark divine masculine shadow work. You love someone who is a show-stopping prize. At the same time, you also don't want to feel upstaged. So true love, though, doesn't require the dimming of another person's light in order to shine. So the affirmation for you here is be brave. The world needs your gifts. Now is not the time to dim your light, Aquarius. All right, so that is your reading for that week. I hope that you guys enjoy this reading and that it helps you very much so. Don't be bogged down too much. You guys know that Mercury is in retrograde, so this can absolutely cause some communication delays, some issues with communication in general, right? So stay in a state of positivity to the best of your ability. Do some meditation, do some yoga, do whatever it is that you need that feels good to you to bring forth balance and peace, Aquarius. You guys stay blessed, stay well, and I will see you guys again next week. Blessed be.